So these 5 foods, sorry, my phone crashed. Um, what is the most important thing for your diet? It can be also vegan food, or it can be paleo or keto, whatever it is that you think is the most desirable and important thing for your body that works for you. These are your phase 1 things. So for me, I know it's liver. On liver, I got energy. I don't like to eat it though, but most of the time, sometimes I do enjoy it. But I know after eating it, I feel better. I feel more energized because of all the vitamins that are in there. Especially if you have autoimmune diseases, you have to eat more of the liver or more of certain kind of foods if you have another approach on a diet. So it doesn't have to be liver if you're not carnivore. But for me, liver works. The second food group is beef in general. It's not the liver, but ground beef I can implement. I just started hating ribeyes and everything. One phase I had a ribeye explosion, but in general, beef is a very good approach. To round it up, this is it. I don't like lamb and stuff like that. Very, very sometimes, occasionally. But the other thing is butter. I don't really need it, but let's just round it up. If I can't focus on the 2 groups, it's still butter, egg yolks. The egg white makes me sick. Some people also have a big reaction on egg whites. And yeah, that's basically that. So beef, liver in particular, eggs, butter. This is like the range that I want to move in if I can, because I hate chicken. I hate it, but I love the skin. Not that healthy. It is not unhealthy. I wouldn't say that because of the collagen, but it's. So but I love to and enjoy it as a snack sometimes. I really do. Like just having the chicken wings seasoned well, put in the air fryer, and have this crispy chicken. Sometimes it's just like and sometimes I need that. But most of the time, yeah, that's basically that. And I want to avoid everything else. Like also in the carnivore world, because I'm gaining weight like crazy when I use cheese and stuff like that. But now we come to the phase number 2. So phase number 1 is what is your desirable food range. Have 5 food max that are really, really important for your way of eating that you think it's perfect. Then we have phase 2 when it's just stressful, especially for women. It's in a PMS, we're having our ups and downs. We want to eat chocolate ice cream every day. So what is in that range when this happens? Not the complete out of control moment, but what is the way of you want to eat in phase 2 if this happens to you? What do you want to focus? Of course, of phase 1 foods, but what would you add that is not impacting your whole journey? So for me, here we have stuff like cheese, milk, yogurts, also honey, stuff like that, stevia, protein powder. These are the things that don't impact my whole journey. And oh my God, I'm going crazy if I do that, because I can easily go back to phase 1 after phase 2 is finished. So these kinds of food doesn't impact me like in the worst. And phase 3, when everything goes completely out of control, what is the thing that I know myself I can do if I really lose it? So because I'm eating so much chocolate and stuff, which is not good for me. Even nuts, I eat a whole bag. I can't moderate. So in that phase, some people, for example, can do half diet, just eating half of everything they desire, eating not the whole cake, eating the half cake. It's not about what is an appropriate amount. It's just of what can you do. For some people, for my friends, for example, it's fasting. You eat one day whatever the hell you want because you are completely lost it, or 2 days, and then you really fast completely 2 days just to recover and reset. This is, for example, an approach. For me, the approach is to have counting calories. This is my approach. I can eat whatever I want in phase 3. I know I can't handle anything phase 1 or 2. I can't. I'm just done. But what I can do is just count the calories and try to be in an appropriate range and not go completely overboard with my calorie intakes. And if my calories, for example, if you eat chocolate, you can eat um, four bars of chocolate the whole day if you have a chocolate day and you're still be in the range of your calories. It's not healthy at all. But if you can't handle it, then for me, it's easier to keep it that way than, to then eat 7,000 calories, which I do. I'm a volume eater. I need a lot of volume. So this is basically my approaches. Also in phase 2, what I forgot, for me, it's also vegetables and fruits, especially when it's summer, which I add in phase 2 when I lost control. But I try always to keep the phase 1 foods as a primary intake. So I think that everyone has this kind of different phases. And if you have a plan B always, just in case that this happens, you will feel a little bit more stable. This is what I realized in myself. So I'm right now a little bit between phase 2 and phase 3, to be honest, just to recover myself. I count the calories and try to get a little bit more into phase 1 again and have the calorie intake from my phase 1. Because also, one important thing, they say, carnivore, you can eat whatever you want, don't count calories. No, it's yes, when you just eat beef. So ruminant animals in general, like the real carnivore lion diet thing. You can eat as much calories as you want because your body just takes what it needs from the meat and then you're just done. You just don't want to eat anymore. So your body regulates itself. If you need sometimes 4,000 calories, it doesn't matter because your body regulates the meat. It takes what it needs, and it's important to know that. But if you have the whole range of carnivore with the cheeses and all the animal-based foods and yogurts and, sometimes even honey and stuff like that, oh my God, no. Calories do matter, like a lot. If I have the same intake from carnivore foods, which are, cheesy and stuff like that, as from meat, I gain weight. I gain weight like crazy. And that happens to all the people that I know that they're doing carnivore. So that's important to know. And that's something that doesn't really come out in the whole, carnivore is so great, you can do whatever you want thing, because, and if it doesn't work for you, just stop eating that and this and that. Just stop eating everything because you don't need it. You know what? I do need it sometimes. Sometimes I do. I know what is good for me right now. I tested it. And this is also important. You need to test different kind of ways of eating for your phase 1 to realize what's working for you and what doesn't. So I tested it. I did it. And I know that, for example, all my phase 2 foods make me bloated like crazy, make me fart like crazy. It is so bad. But this is my vegan go-to foods that I loved. All my salads and my nuts and my this and my that and my fruits. I can't handle, my body does not handle that very well. And it always makes me stomach pain and bloating and these things. But sometimes I don't give a ass on if this is the case. I don't care. I just want to, nourish the body with things that I just want. So this is important to know. This is why I know that carnivore in general, from food-wise, it's the right way, but from the phases-wise, your mental health, what you want to do, is it too restrictive? Doesn't work. It just doesn't. Believe me, not even one person I know that really could handle the complete strictness, besides maybe the Pattersons. I don't even know if they switched it up then in the end. But I know that most of them always implement a little bit of something, out of phase 2 foods that they want to have, And then what also I saw a lot in carnivore influencers, they're saying it's an experiment. I want to see how my body reacts now to this and that food and not in moderation and having sweets and stuff like that. BS, guys. Totally BS. You're not going to experiment. You're just craving it. Come on, be honest. Why should you change something that works just for the sake of maybe losing control over the things that you're amazing? It's like somebody that is doing sport every day because it's good for them and say, oh, you know what? It's so good for me. I'm now just gonna stop working out for 1 whole month and see what happens. You know what? You know what's gonna happen. So why would you experiment with that? Why would you be that stupid? It doesn't make sense, you know? It is, you have to admit, for example, in that particular use case, it's, I just don't want to work out for a month. I'm done with the working out. I just want to lay down on the couch and I want to be depressed and I want to listen to very stupid music and, you know, be honest to yourself, because that's real. This is life, you know. At some point you need some off time of the whole, I'm perfect, I am the best version of myself, I am that boy, that girl, that man, that woman, that dog, whatever. I don't want to be perfect. At some time I just want to be sad and gross and awful, and I don't want to even wash me, and I don't want to even brush my teeth because I'm that depressed and I just want to lay down and just want to struggle with my life and pity myself, and I want to eat sweets and shit. Then I want to feel even worse because that's what I deserve. You know, it's, I have these phases. I can't do anything about it. I did therapy, I did hypnotherapy, I did medication, I did everything that there is. I worked with shamans. I don't know how to say it in English. I had people from around the globe because my dad is a diplomat, and I have all these people available, and he's also totally into health. And we talked to very, very crazy people as well because he was very sick with cancer and stuff. So, and still is. But I have access to really crazy people and really amazing doctors because I also worked in the medical field. So I have also access to the best doctors of the best doctors. And believe me, I tried it. It's just life. It is life. And we can work on that and we can try to minimize it. But in the end, if your life is perfect for a very long period of time, you are lucky that you can handle that and that it's going like this. And maybe you are, even if it's not going that well, you are mentally that strong that you easily can work through it. But to be honest, I don't know people that can do that, like in that amount, like always be perfect. It's no, just no, you know. So I don't know in which phase you are, but I would love to know what your phases would be in the end. And I'm happy to start again a little bit more finding my ways, sharing it with you guys, because I stopped doing that just because of my depression and I don't want to put people down and just whining all the time, because that's also part of life, but it's just getting too much then, even for myself. When I see myself whining, then I'm even getting more whiny because I'm whining. So I had to put myself out of the situation and just, you know, recover in my own time, and then just come back to myself and try to figure out what to do and how to do it in the end. So I'm right now in this discovering phase and see what works for me and how I can implement all the things that I think are good for me